Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Together We Battle podcast. I am your host, Jessica, and I have Nancy, my co host of Roots of Growth, back. And we are in the final episode of this series. So, welcome back, everyone.
It's good to be here. Thanks, Jess.
Good to see you, Nancy. I'm so excited for everyone to come through these 14 weeks with us. Whether this is the first time you are hearing one of these episodes or whether you have followed along all of the past 13, we are so glad you're here with us. And Nancy, it has been an absolute pleasure to do this with you and so much fun to build this relationship and weave these stories and pull all of these conversations together.
It has for me too. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. All right, everybody. We're actually going to touch back on episode 13 quickly. The focus of that was called Enough. Nancy, can you give everybody just a little bit to entice them to go back and listen?
Sure. So what is enough and what is what we perceive as scarcity and what is abundance? I mean, these are really good questions. And enough is a notion that we need to invite ourselves to look at here and now. Do we have what we need here and now? Is that enough? And rather than live in the past or project into the future what may be scarce or abundance that we're looking for, can we live in the here and now with what we have as enough? Because sometimes we will center our happiness on an object or feelings or another person that isn't in the here and now. And so we will think of ourselves as unhappy. But can we connect with what we are and have in the moment?
Yes, it is.
It's a good practice.
It is a great practice and something we all need practice at. Oh my goodness. Okay. So today's episode 14, we are talking about loving kindness. Nancy, can you give us some information about what that is, and then we can talk about a practice?
Sure. So loving kindness at its heart is a beautiful, beautiful practice. It's a Buddhist practice, and it's designed in the Buddhist tradition, and it cultivates and strengthens kindness and compassion and connection with others. So it's a practice that will allow us over time to shift feelings of anger, hatred, indifference, or bitterness into compassion, friendliness, thinking of kindness. And I'm going to use the word love as well. But we're going to be really careful how we use this word, because I'm not talking about the gushy feeling, emotional part of love, but a deeper within our heart piece of love as the ability to just be with ourselves, to connect, to take this capacity to essentially connect with others in ways that we need to or wish for ourselves. So often there's a 3 or 4 line, repeated wish or blessing. And I'll give it some examples. You can go online and find a ton of examples, but how about I give a couple examples and then we'll talk about how we use them.
Yeah.
So one example that I like is, may you be happy, may you be healthy and safe, may your heart know peace. Those are things we'd wish for ourselves. We can wish for them for others, but here's a little asterisk here. I don't need to provide that for everyone, right? I'll give an example soon. Another, may I be safe, may I be happy, may I be healthy, may I live with ease. So there's another set of things we could wish for ourselves. Another, may you be happy, may you be free of suffering, May you be at peace. So that's the core. Like I said, you can go online and find a ton of variations on this. But what isn't varied? And I do want to bring in, this is New Year's Eve that this is going to be put up. And New Year's Eve is often a time for looking back and looking forward. And sometimes we do bring our ambivalence and indifference and upset about things that people have said and done, or things we assume they're going to say and do, right? And we have these things called resolutions, these patterns, and essentially this practice of loving kindness is a different way to center ourselves with our deeper heart, not here's an image for that. On an ocean, there's waves at the top, but beneath that, way beneath that, you don't have that wave action. So we're not looking for the different waves of emotion that come through us, just wait 15 seconds. It'll be different. Or 15 minutes if need be, right? That weathery pattern on the top. But there's something deep within us, our deeper heart, that just we need to also be aware of and take care of.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the practice. If you're interested, start quietly, sit, attend to your breath. You can be lying down to do this. You can be sitting up. You can be standing if you wish. It's very easy practice. Your eyes can be open, softly opened, closed. And you're going to begin one phrase at a time. So I'll just stick with the first set of phrases that I use. And you know what? If your attention is wandering, that's perfectly normal. You realize it, stop it, bring it back. And the beauty of this practice, you start with yourself. You start with yourself. May I be happy. May I be healthy and safe. May my heart be at peace. It's a wish for myself. And then you think of your life as layers rippling out into the world. The closest ones to me, someone who's good or kind to me, someone who inspires me. Move on to them. It could be family, it could be others, close friends. And then you use the same set of phrases. May you, so maybe I think of my husband, his name is Don. May Don be happy. May Don be healthy and safe. May Don's heart know peace. That seems pretty easy to do. Then you can call, there's a bunch of variations on this too. I often call to mind next someone who's hurting or having a difficult time. Someone maybe who's asked me to pray for them or think about them. And so you keep them here. You can picture them. And then you offer these phrases of loving kindness. May you be happy. May you be healthy and safe. May your heart know peace. Now you can move on from here. Think of those ripples. So start with yourself, then someone who's close in a way, and then you can pick out someone who's close that you know is hurting, and then move on to someone you might encounter now and then. So you can think of the bank teller, the grocery store clerk, the mailman, whoever it is, someone you encounter at some point. And use those same phrases with them. You don't even need to know their name or their story. May you be happy. May you be healthy and safe. May your heart know kindness and peace. Then, here's the kicker. You can call to mind a difficult person. Now, if this person is too hard to send these loving kindness thoughts to, go back to yourself. Because in this moment, you are suffering. If you're able, come back to this individual. This practice was very helpful to me at a time when someone who had some measure of authority over me was doing things that I believed were actually illegal and definitely harmful. And I needed to remove the hatred that was in my heart for this person because it was poisoning me. It wasn't poisoning this person at all, but it was poisoning me. And so I used this practice to wish this individual that they were happy, they were healthy and safe, and their heart would know peace. Realizing that I didn't have to provide any of this. It was up to this person to find it within themselves, in a way. So what I was doing, if you look at this carefully, I was attempting through this practice to not poison myself with a relationship that was not a healthy one. So by trying to wish this person peace, I was putting them off to the side in a way, but I was not doing that in a negative way. So this practice, we can send love, and I'm not talking about the emotional gushy love, that deeper part of the ocean. I can send that to him, even though there was a conflict of some sort, and allowing me to not get caught up in that. Does that make sense? So you call the mind difficult person, wish them that they'd be happy, healthy, and safe, that their heart would know peace. And then actually, the traditional end of this practice is to offer loving kindness to all beings everywhere. All people, all creatures, known and unknown, near and far. And then you open your eyes or come back, give yourself a moment. If you wish, repeat the phrases for yourself. Oh, and I was part of a loving kindness group, 3 cities ago where I lived. And the woman who ran it insisted that we end every time with this practice. And what fascinated me was we were aware, because I lived in that neighborhood, how much less police sirens we heard. I cannot tell you, but it just seemed like that on Tuesday nights when we met, we'd begin with this practice and we would end with it. And it just seemed to open up that space that we were in, and especially into the neighborhood in a really beautiful way. So, to put it to you just one little bit more, this practice can increase our well-being and reduce our stress, because we're just going to not wish someone ill, which, our words are like mirrors, right? They're going to hold that to us and reflect that back at us. So wish them happiness, health, safety, that their hearts will know peace.
Yes. This is a good one to end the season with.
It's a great practice.
It is.
It really is.
I think what I want to mention first is a lot of times people look at giving themselves kindness or themselves love as selfish. You think you're always having to give to the other people first. And what I found just in my experiences, when I started to give myself love, peace, happiness, health, then I became stronger, and the ripple effect was for everyone around me, which made everything around me much stronger.
Yes, that is this practice in a nutshell.
Mm-hmm.
Awareness that I am wishing myself health and happiness and safety, all of that.
Yeah.
Once I wish that for myself, I intentionally, I think of it as coming from the Christian tradition in which I was raised. I see this as a blessing. So I like to use the word may you. Others, I think some of the stuff you'll find online is I wish. And our sense of wish gets in the way. So there's got to be a Buddhist sense of wish that I don't know about.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's exactly what you're looking at. Can I strengthen the core of how I engage the world, beginning with myself, the ones that mean a lot to me, that I love and care for, family and friends, then move on beyond that
Mm-hmm.
to specifically individuals I'm having difficulty with. And if I can wish them well, it's like the Fiddler on the Roof. There's a line from there, Tevye, who basically says something like, God bless the Tsar, who is not doing good things, and keep him far away from us. It's that sense of being able to wish a
Yeah.
person well and recognize that the relationship is broken for whatever reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And some relationships cannot be fixed
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
easily, or it takes two to fix a relationship. And if I can go back to the wisdom of Jesus, Jesus demands forgiveness. Forgiveness is something we do for ourselves, but Jesus never demands reconciliation, which is the relationship being fixed, healed, because it's not always possible.
Yeah. I could see that. Yeah. Well, I also like that being that this is coming out on New Year's Eve. And again, we realize some of you are not hearing this on New Year's Eve. You're hearing this just whenever you come across, and we thank you for listening. But this is really a great way, as Nancy said, to utilize the past year, look back, say, what did I do well? Where could I grow? And then look forward and say, each day, I'm not going to put this hard stamp of I have to set this resolution and I have to get this 100% right all the time. Because, friends, we are human. That's not realistic. It's really showing up in your day and saying consciously, you know what? I can do better at this today. And if you need to take a month and focus on one action and do just a little bit better each day on that one action, you're going to find that you are essentially, not to be cheesy, you are gaining momentum with building a foundation and putting those roots in the ground so that you can grow as you move forward. And that's really what we wanted to focus on, was giving all of you simple daily practices that you can incorporate into your life moving forward to grow and to have strong roots so that you can build a foundation for your life and your family and your friends and whatever it is you're walking into.
Well said. Yes. These are these 14 practices are tried and true, shall I say.
Mm-hmm.
And they have their place, different times, different situations. And our invitation has been to try them out, because not every practice is for every person. I'm hoping that you found something here that is helpful and will help you connect so much more deeply with your own self, and perhaps with challenges and with others.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Well, friends, we are so glad you have been with us. I am actually a little sad that this is the last practice we're doing. I have really enjoyed my time, Nancy, with you and having these conversations and also sharing this information out. And I am sure that we are going to get a lot of interaction moving forward when people do find these episodes, and we hope that you do interact with us. So we just want to say thank you for joining us for this week's Roots of Growth and for the entire series. If you've been here, if this is your first time being with us, please go back and listen. There are 13 others, and take what you need from them and utilize them in a way that makes sense for you to move forward. So we hope today's practice gave you a pause, a breath, and a gentle rooting in what truly matters. Don't forget to share any feedback with us on social media using hashtag Roots of Growth. And I can't say until next time. That makes me sad, but I'm really happy you all are with us. Nancy, I really appreciate this. And please interact with us. Come find us anywhere you can, and we would love to continue the conversation if you feel like doing so. Thanks, guys. See ya.
Bye.